How's it going, everybody? My name is Ender and welcome to episode 18 of my single player Minecraft Let's Play. And to start things off, I yet again have a lot to show you. I know in the beginning of the last episode I had a ton to show you guys, but I've been doing a ton of work off camera, and I feel like at the start of every episode that I've done a lot of work, that I should be kind of getting you guys caught up with what I actually did. So as we harvest the reed farm here, I actually did a lot more this time off camera than I did last time. I actually went ahead and designed something brand new that I had an idea for, and that I think you guys will like for the most part. I'm hoping you do. It took me quite some time to get it finished up, so I'm really hoping that you guys like it. Let's put this away. Alright, let's head on up. Alright, for starters, I finished basically the glass platform of the tower. Now, once again, I fell off into the ravine and lost all of my XP except for 5 levels, which I'm quite frustrated with. And I lost a good bit of my armor, so we'll have to replace that. But I got the glass completely done. Let's run up here first, and we'll actually go up to the tower, make the jump there. And there's another thing that I did with regards to the tower that's actually pretty cool. So if we come up here, it took a lot of glass, probably like 4 buckets of lava worth of smelting sand to get enough glass. It's actually a lot more than it looks. It's a little more than a stack of glass for each corner here. I'm actually not even done. I didn't realize that. I actually still have a little piece to go. I have to smelt up another half stack or so. But anyways, if we go up here now, if we charge towards here, this was a viewer suggestion. Boom! Water drop. So it's 2 blocks deep. It's a 4x4 area, and I kind of carved it obviously based off where this was, but I carved it right into the mountain, and I kind of made it look, try to make it look like, you know, it was man-made in a natural area. So I kind of like how that came out, and it really does save a lot of time when trying to get down from there. Also, I killed all the cows except for a couple. These are the ones that I've rebred and they've regrown. But I finally did a big harvest, a big slaughter of the cows, and that's why my new main source of food is in fact steak. If we go up here, you'll see that I do have quite a bit of it now. Let's see, 42 extra pieces. So yeah, I'm pretty set on steak now, which is awesome. I think I had even some more cooking, yeah. But anyways, I don't know if anything's changed with regards to these chests, except for the fact that we almost have enough bookshelves now. I've been growing the reeds, I harvested the cow to get the leather, and now we have 12 of the necessary 15 bookshelves, which is pretty awesome. Now, for the big update, we are going to just walk down here. Boom. Yes. This was not here last episode. This room was not here, and this little, I don't even know how big is it, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, this 8x8 room took me so long because I could not get a design that I was happy with. And I know it looks like a lot, but it actually does have like an actual pattern that I followed. So I started off by striping the regular oak planks and pine planks, and then I carried that into the roof, but only, you know, 2 blocks in. And then this is part of the floor of our main cabin, so I made that a centerpiece, lined it in the stone bricks, and then down here, these are stone brick stairs, and then obviously planks and stone bricks on the corners, got some craft bench, and then all the jack-o'-lanterns provide the lighting, that way there's no torches. Now what I was originally going to do is make this a really awesome enchanting room. The only problem with that is that the measurements are not exactly good, because it ends in a 2x2 circle. The enchantment table obviously is 1 block, so you need a 1 block center. However, I may either build an enchantment room somewhere else, or I might have a path leading off to it from this room. But I figured what this would set up very well, very good for, is a storage room, and that's kind of what I want to work on today. I feel like this could turn out to be a really awesome storage room, and to be honest, due to how we've been cluttering storage lately, we really could use it. So what my ideas were, let me grab any wooden planks that I have, because I know we're going to have to make a lot of chests, but we'll just start with that. What I was thinking was, the chest texture, I feel is closer to this block than it is to this block. So what I was thinking is we could get rid of all of the the regular oak plank lines here, the panels, I guess you could call them, and those would be replaced with chests. So, for example, let's just make a whole bunch of them right now because, like I said, we're going to need them if we're going to plan on filling a lot of this room. So it would basically, we'd take this 2 blocks back, we'd cut this open here, and obviously we'd fill the blocks in behind it to make it look all good, but, oops, that would not go like that. But basically, it would look like that. And now the cool thing is that you can then put item frames on this block. Now that I'm thinking about it, what color the item frames have kind of like a darker trim, so they might not stand out as well on these blocks. I think that's going to decide what we do. We should just see which one the item block looks better on, or the item frame, I mean. So let's make a couple of sticks up. Let's go grab some leather. And do you need leather? I believe you do, yes. Let's make this jump here. Let's go get a little bit of leather. And then we can see where the item frame looks better, and then we'll put the opposite block for what do you call it? The actual chests themselves. Let's kill a couple of these guys till we get some leather. Got a couple pieces. We can afford to kill a lot of these guys. There's a lot of them in here, and I can just leave, you know, as little as 2 and be able to breed it back to a huge population. So it's really not that big of a deal. And they're all full grown anyways, which is nice. The first slaughter I did, actually, there was a lot of babies in here, and it was kind of bad because I killed a couple of them, and I felt really bad about it because they're totally helpless, and I don't know, I felt really bad. Alright guys, so now we got some leather, we got some sticks. Let's make up, I think we only need 2 item frames right now. We're just going to test it and see which looks better, whether it looks better on the oak planks or the pine planks, and that will help us decide where we want to put the chests. Okay, so right away I can tell it definitely looks better on here, which means we're going to keep the chests there. That's quite obvious. I thought it had a darker frame, so I thought it would look better on the lighter, but it actually is light frame, so it should look better on the dark. Makes enough sense, I feel. Alright, so now placing the chest is the easy part. It's all the blocks around it that need to be filled in, that way they look better. Luckily I have a pretty good amount of, let's see, we're doing them behind. Yeah, we're gonna want the dark planks to go behind them. Now real quick, I just put connected textures on. I've never been a fan of connected textures, but a couple of you in the comments keep asking every single episode for me to try it. I was aware of it before you guys mentioned it, despite popular belief, but I decided I'd do the rest of this episode just so you guys can see that I'm hearing what you have to say. But I can't promise that I'll keep it because it's really strange to me. I can't even tell where the blocks are separated, which obviously is the main purpose of it, but to me that's just doesn't really feel like Minecraft. I don't know, it's kind of strange. And I guess I shall continue to cook up our ridiculous amounts of steak. We are gonna have steak for days, guys. Alright, so what I'd like to do, like I said, is fill in all these blocks with well, I guess it's called spruce wood. I keep calling it pine. I believe, you know, either one works. You know, it's the snowy trees basically. But yeah, we're gonna, whoops, that's cobble. We're gonna fill all this area in with the dark wood planks. That way, when you see it from outside, you know, when the chests are there, it looks a lot cleaner in the back. I'll show you what I mean here. So as you can see, I'll put them down. This actually, I knew I was making this too simple. This actually has to be raised, which means that I'm going to fill all this in with it as well. I know it's probably not completely necessary, but by using the extra resources and really taking the time, it can make it look, I feel, a lot better. So here's the difference. On this one, it's got all random blocks. You can see the stone, you can see the gravel, the dirt, and here it's just all one solid color, and it just looks better. I really prefer doing it that way. Now, I'm not sure if we are going to have enough item frames. Luckily, I've been playing a lot off camera, which means I'm able to harvest, or I guess slaughter, for lack of better words, the cows a little bit more often. So it might take some time playing off camera, but I will eventually be able to get enough leather to complete the whole area. The problem is it's going to take quite a bit. So we're going to need, you know, 4, or actually 3 for every row of pine wood that you see here. So that's quite a bit. It's basically going to end up going down the row, and that's just going to tell you what's in the chest. And I really like that they've added it. It looks so good for storage rooms, and it actually makes it a lot easier to figure out what's actually in the chest. So I'm going to work on this for a little bit. I'm going to do as much as I can tolerate, because it's kind of a tedious process, and I might not have enough resources to do the entire storage room today, but I'm going to get going on it. I'm going to have a little cutscene here, and I will get back to you guys as soon as this is all finished. Alright guys, well, I did get quite a bit of work done. I actually finished all of the slots where the chests are going to go. I do not have really enough wood to get all the chests that I need. That was something that I definitely knew was going to be a problem. I really have been trying to harvest my small tree farm as much as I could, but what it comes down to, what I'm realizing is that we are really going to need a bigger tree farm. So that's something that I'd like to do in an upcoming episode. I got these 2 walls done. We still have these 2. I'm not going to fill these in yet though, because I may substitute this with furnaces rather than this, or possibly potion and brewery stuff. What's the word I'm looking for? Alchemy. There we go. Alchemy stuff. That's probably what I'll put there and there. But yeah, we definitely need a bigger tree farm. But I'm really liking the way this room is coming together. It's actually working out nicely, because on this wall, we'll have it on the left side of the chest, and it'll end up perfectly for this corner here where they meet, because then it'll be on the right side there, so it all goes in towards that corner, which will work nicely. But yeah, I'm really liking the way this is looking. I'm excited that we got to start on it. It's probably going to be a shorter episode today, due to the fact that that was mainly what I wanted to do, and because it was kind of tedious work, I did the majority of it off camera. That way you guys wouldn't have to sit through it. But good news, through the process of doing this all, I was able to finish up our bookshelves. So now we have our bookshelves and our enchantment table. We're all ready to start enchanting. The only thing is, I'm going to wait, and in the next episode, along with the tree farm, we will probably make a proper enchantment setup. I got to figure out where I want to do that. I could do something quick and simple, you know, just throw it over in the ground or something, you know, dig a 5x5 hole and just stick it there. But I might take some time and make it look a lot nicer. I think that would be more worth it in the wild, and not only would it serve its function, it would actually be aesthetically pleasing. But I'm really happy with the way the world is coming out. I've been playing with it a lot off camera, as I had mentioned, and I don't know, I'm really starting to enjoy the world. I'm pretty proud of everything that's been built so far, and I think that a lot of you guys have been enjoying it, especially since we moved over to this snow biome. I'm really liking the way everything looks. And real quick, here's how the tower looks with connected textures. I feel like the middle looks good, but the edging, it just looks weird when it's all just one white line like that. But nonetheless, I'm really happy with this. We built quite a lot in the 18 episodes that we've done, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. I'm definitely going to build a big tree farm. I was looking for some flat area, and I was noticing that there's a pretty good deal of it over here. So I was thinking I'd like to build a tree farm that's big enough so that one harvest could give us enough logs to be set for quite a while. That way I wouldn't have to harvest it that often, because with this small little 12 or 14 tree farm, it's not really doing us that much good, and I'm having to harvest it every 15 minutes, so it gets quite annoying. But like I said, I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. I know it was a little shorter today, but not too much on the agenda. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, tell me what you think, give me some suggestions, and other than that, I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Peace.